Here we have the so-called Joseph Robinson, self-proclaimed Earth Solar Messiah, High Priest Kwatamani, SoothSayer, spiritual healer, SoothSayer, and other proclaimed names that he calls himself. Used to be in Africa, now he's in Belize, among other places. Here are his mates with the red and the black and the green. The first one is the lawyer. We watch her have breakdowns. The next one is the physical therapist. Slash dancer. We've actually seen her ask him, what should I say? What should I say? The third one is the African Liberian Sierra Leonean. The two green and white are my sister, best sister friend, and I. Then the next one with the beads in her hair is the librarian from the States. And the last light-skinned younger woman is from Belize, young recruit, worlds of age difference. And I don't think her mother had any idea what she was going to be getting into. Here I am with the so-called self-proclaimed royal family, all the way on the left with the white dress on. Again, that light-skinned younger woman. I can't think of her legal name right now. I don't want to share her legal name, but she's a young Belizean woman. I don't think her mother knew what the deal was, and she just wanted to secure her young person, which I can understand any woman would want for her offspring. And all the way to the right, and the green and white are initiates, two of them from Belize, one from the States. I do have another family member in there. So in the center is Joseph Robinson, a.k.a. Self-proclaimed high priest Kwatamani, and we were the tribal initiates. So basically, he's in everybody's head, and people wouldn't even come to think of how all of his mates came to be there, who are the mothers. There are fantastic stories about each of them, but I can guarantee you he's got insecurities and stuff on every person that's in there, because quite often when you're there, he'll ask questions on a few times people come in, but usually he answers the questions for them, or they say, High Priest, what do you want me to say? Signs that you are in a cult.
The High Priest.
This video clip, I'm
High
actually
priest,
in there
how did you
serving
become a
food.
high priest?
What kind of man
Alright,
is
so
this
let's pay
that
close
talks like
attention.
another?
Do keep in mind that, the elder speaking now is now deceased, his wife, and he, who we were supposedly purchasing the land from. He was very sick, so Joseph Robinson supposedly extended his life with living foods and so on, but he made sure that they rushed to get him to sign off a nice acre of his land to put a pyramid on before he passed. We're going to delve into this video so that you can take a look, put your critical thinking awareness eyeglasses on, and really listen and be very aware of not just falling into what it is that we want to hear. Yes, in the previous clip, I'm in there with the purple pants on and the white top. So a lot of these events, I was actually there.
High priest, how did you become a high priest?
I was born as a soothsayer. I was born within soothsayers. There's a line of soothsayers, and in that line of soothsayers, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and one of my grandfathers was a soothsayer. Soothsayer, that's a spiritual healer from our ancestral culture. Although our culture was ripped, stripped, and raped, there were many of our ancestors who went underground and kept and stayed with certain things that maintain us and get us to this point today. From that time, I spent a great deal of time in West Africa. There's a place called Latte and a few other temple areas, and in Kemet, Egypt. And then at a particular point in time, I had sort of like a double anointment, as you passed the priest stage and you have to take your elderly responsibility. That was actually anointed from birth, but when I went to the ancestral land, it became double anointed. That's how we say double anointed, by those priests who stood waiting, and in their wait, they made an announcement in Ghana back in the early 70s that I must carry my ancestral robe, my ancestral temple.
Tell me about what is the royal family?
Well, actually, we have a divine and natural duty, obligation, responsibility, please believe me, to set the seeds of whole life resurrection in Belize. Belize has been ancestrally chosen by the most supreme unseen ancestral Naga priesthood. That Gary Naga, we gotta get the language and comprehend and within that, there's been a tremendous journey out of Africa and in that North America and Asia. And the point at this particular time,
SoothSayer, it can mean anything. If you look up the definition, it's someone that's usually interpreting or predicting the future. So a lot of times these are trigger words with us culturally. And a lot of the bonding with people and hugging them and, oh, I know you from back in the days or this and that. And my grandmother lived there too. It causes us, unfortunately, to throw our defenses down and to cease vetting people properly. Yeah, so really pay attention to when he says, who anointed him, his double anointing as a high priest. I mean, these are very vague, subjective things that he's saying, but the key trigger words are priest, his outfit, the women that he's with give him credibility, because if you have smart, beautiful women following him that have children by him, he must be all that, especially if he's eating raw fruits and vegetables, right? These are ways that we can easily get played. So we were so impressed by seeing cashew fruits, on the nuts, and having fresh coconut water that we were. It's a lot of stuff we didn't see until eventually we were able to peep a lot of the patterns. So pay attention, folks.